Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Football. And I am still trying to process what just happened, what we just watched, what we just witnessed. That was a shambles. Now, before I go into judging the referee too much, I've put a poll in the chat. It'll be live for a few minutes. I've put a poll in the chat on YouTube asking, who is to blame for this shambles? Is it one? Are we going to blame the referee? Is he the worst referee you've ever seen? Are we going to blame the referee? Number two, should we be blaming CAF for appointing him as the referee? Because I've heard about a few past dramas that he's had. Number three, should we blame technology? Maybe technology did show him that it was the 90th minute when it was the 80th minute. You never know. Technology does mess up sometimes. So it's good to look at both sides of the coin. So maybe the technology messed up. Or number four, should we blame Jurgen Klopp? You know, Jurgen Klopp usually brought a bit of bad energy to the tournament. So, you know, when you think bad things happen. So who is to blame? Is it the referee? Is it CAF? Is it the technology? Or is it Jurgen Klopp? Make sure to vote in the chat. Who is to blame? But that is the weirdest thing I have ever seen. The referee blowing the whistle right before the game. Now, before we judge the referee, let's try and take a look at it from a referee perspective. Maybe the technology did mess him up. Maybe he had actually added 8 minutes thinking it was 90 minutes. Then instead of blowing it in the 98th minute, he blew it in the 88th minute thinking it was already 90 minutes, 10 minutes before. Maybe that could happen. Maybe someone messed up with his watch. You never know. You never know. Maybe something happened with his watch. You never know. Number two, maybe the guy really had somewhere to go. Maybe yesterday at the club or somewhere where he was, maybe the hotel lady or something in Cameroon, you know, maybe he went over and he met a very good looking lady, you know, from Cameroon. And maybe he asked her out for a date and the lady said yes. And then the referee was going to maybe plan it for Friday or Saturday or something like that. But the lady told him, no, I'm only free on Wednesday. And the referee knew he was going to have a game on Wednesday, but he really liked this girl and he really had to go for this date. And to make it worse, maybe the girl actually picked this particular time. So maybe the referee really had to rush out. Maybe he had to go and get some things done, you know, have a shower or something, get some things done, buy a new suit. And he needed an hour plus to do that. So he really needed to blow the whistle early. So if that was the case, maybe we can't blame the referee, you know, maybe he really had a date to go to. That is the second thing. But I'm trying to look for a third reason to protect the referee, and I cannot find any, because that was a shambles, Mr. Referee. Can you go through what actually happened? So, number one, there was a VAR check first. He gave a penalty early in the second half where there was a handball by the Tunisia player, 100% a penalty, very well taken penalty by Mali, make it 1-0 to make it 1-0. Very, very good. I mixed up my words. They're almost as shambles like the referee, almost as bad as the referee. So 1-0 to Mali, and the game goes on. You know, I was doing a watch along for that. I'll link it up in the YouTube guide right now. It was fantastic, man. All the reactions. That was one of the best games I've done. So later on in the game, a Mali player handles the ball in the box. And it looked like a penalty, but the referee said play on. And then the game stopped, and then it stopped for like 2 minutes or something. And then he went to check and confirm that it was a penalty. And sure enough, it was a penalty. And then the penalty is taken, it's saved. And then the referee stops it again for like 1 minute. And then to check whether the goalkeeper jumped off his line so the penalty can be retaken to check for any encroachment, but nothing. He said game on. Remember all this time, that is already like 2 or 3 VAR checks. And there's also been a cooling break. I didn't even know that was the thing. For this African Cup of Nations, because I've not seen any yet. There was a cooling break because I think it was like 35 degrees or something. So there was that as well. So that happens. And then after 5, it was so much happening. It was almost like a drama series. It did not look like an AFCON match. It looked like a drama series. It was all over the place. The referee then blows the whistle in the 85 minutes. So what happens when you're doing a watch along? I've turned down the volume. I have earphones on. I have the microphone here. So I can't see or I could listen to what the commentator is saying. But I clearly saw the referee blowing his whistle. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? I thought he was stopping the game to have another VAR check, maybe for another penalty. But no, that was not the case. He had actually, mind-blowing, he had actually blown his whistle in the 85th minute. You can see it on screen right above his head. 85th minute, he had blown the whistle for full time. And I was starting to think, maybe it's just an error, surely. Or maybe he really does not know the rules of football. Maybe he does think 80 minutes is the game. 85, you add on 5 minutes, 85 minutes, you blow the whistle. Maybe that's how bad it is. Maybe you're actually making fun of him, but maybe he actually does think the game should be 85 minutes. Maybe he actually does think in the future the game should be 80 minutes and he's trying to put out his point. You never know. You never know. Maybe he's actually trying to put out his point. So again, that was not it. 1 minute later, play restarts. And then after some arguments from the Tunisia coaches and everything, a player is sent off. A Mali player sent off. The Mali player who got sent off had just come on 5 minutes later. And in the watch along, I thought he was coming to score a goal. But no, he actually came on and got a red card. But the moment I saw the replay, that was definitely not a red card. Behold, the referee was asked to go and check, but he stuck with his decision and said that was a red card. Crazy, and it stood. So this is the chance now for Tunisia. Yes, they missed a penalty, but they still have around 10 minutes. That's what we thought. They have around 10 minutes to get an equalizer. These guys have 10 men. Try and get a 1-1. That's not too bad. That's the 85th minute. So the game goes on, After 4 minutes, the referee blows his whistle again. This time, not for VAR check, for full time again. Keep in mind, there's been like 5 VAR checks. There has for the first penalty, for the second penalty, to check for encroachment, for the second penalty that was saved, to check for the red card. There was so many VAR checks. So fine. Plus a cooling water break. So it's not like it was supposed to be 2 minutes added on. It was supposed to be like 8 or 9 minutes added on after that second half. So they still had like 40 minutes to go when he blew the whistle. So he blows the whistle for final. I thought I was seeing my own things. I actually thought the world has gone crazy. The referee gave a red card that was not supposed to be a red card, and he blew his final whistle again in the 89th minute. So the coaches and the managers from Tunisia felt like punching him. Like if the security wasn't there, someone would have punched him for real. Like they looked very mad. They did not understand what was going on. I did not understand what was going on as well. It was all over the place. The players were so mad. The players could not understand. When you're a player, maybe you can't understand when the time or the actual time is, because you're trying to show your energy. You're trying to play, concentrate on the game. You don't know what time it is. But the referee actually blew the whistle in the 89th minute when he was supposed to actually add 9 minutes after that. Now, I've tried to look at 3-4 different scenarios. Maybe you can rewind back to the start of the video. Maybe the referee really had somewhere to go. You never know. Maybe he really did have somewhere to go. Maybe he ate something before the game and the stomach could not wait for another 6 minutes. You never know. Let's try and look at it as human beings. Maybe technology messed up. You never know. Maybe it actually showed him 90 minutes instead of 80. You never know. These things happen. Or maybe it's just a crap referee, one of them. Or maybe he just hates Tunisia. Maybe he has been bribed. You never know. So the game ends. I stayed on the watch along for another 20 minutes expecting them to come back, because surely that game would not have ended like this. This is an international tournament, remember? This is the African Cup, international tournament. This is not boys playing outside in the estate. This is not that. It's not boys playing Sunday League football. It's not that. This is professional football. People are being played. People are being, maybe played, because that was not 90 minutes. People are definitely being paid. This is international football. This is a job for people. So you cannot make such mistakes. So I expected them to come back. But hang on a minute, half an hour later, CAF actually asks Tunisia and Mali to come back to the pitch to restart the game. And Mali refused and Tunisia refused, but do agree a bit to come on the pitch. They do accept to come on. But 5 minutes later, Mali come out and Tunisia don't come out. Remember, Tunisia is a team that actually needs to get a point in this game to keep their hopes of qualifying to the next round alive. But maybe the coach just said, you know what? Hell no, that referee is a shambles. That referee does not love our team at all. I am not going to that pitch with this referee. There was also rumors about the game starting all over again from the first minute. What? What is going on? What is going on? Welcome to African football. That's why we love it. The players are back on. The players came back on, but no, Tunisia refused to come back on. And then that means since he refused to come back on, that will be a Mali win. But what a shambles. But as I said, let's try and take a look at it from different perspectives. Maybe the referee really had somewhere to go. Maybe technology messed him up. You never know. You never know. So let me see what you guys have voted for. I did ask who is to blame. Who is to blame for this? I've never seen anything like this. There's a time in the La Liga, the whistle was blown with 3 minutes to go. I've seen it happen, but I've never seen it happening twice in the same game and before the 90th minute. This guy not even added on any time and he blew the whistle after all those stoppages in the game. So let's see what you guys are saying. Who is to blame for this? Who is to blame for this? Is it the referee? Is it CAF for appointing him? Is it technology or is it Jürgen Klopp? We can also blame Jürgen Klopp. Jürgen Klopp said this is a small competition. When you bring bad energy to the competition, bad things happen. So we should be blaming Jürgen Klopp as well. So 57% of you have said the referee, 14% have said CAF, 0% have said technology. So none of you is blaming technology. Technology was okay. The watch was okay. Everything was okay. And Jürgen Klopp, 29%. So many of you are also blaming Jürgen Klopp for this. Many of you are blaming Jürgen Klopp. Now, there's another thing I don't understand as well. Where are the linesmen? Where are the fourth officials? Surely you should be telling him, the VR as well should be telling him, you know what, I think you've made a mistake here. 80 minutes has gone. It's not 90 minutes for sure. I think you should keep on playing. The game has not ended. None of them told him anything. So it's one of two. Where maybe the assistant referees don't actually like the referee as well. Or number two, they still don't know the rules just like the referee. Or number three, maybe the referees and the assistant referees as well had somewhere to go. Maybe they all had somewhere to go. Maybe they had planned to go for a party right before the game ended, and they were all in the plan. Maybe that would have happened. Maybe you never know. You never know. We are trying to be fair. We are trying to push and pull fair judgments here. We can't just blame the referee. We have to blame everyone. But that was drama. I did a watch along for that. Just check my previous video. I'll link it up in the YouTube right now if you're watching this on replay as well. But if you're watching it live, I'll be live for another 3 minutes. What did you make of that? That is the craziest thing we've ever seen. Referee blowing the whistle in the 85th minute and then again in the 89th minute. He gave 2 penalties. One was missed. There was like 5 VAR checks. There was a red card that was never ever supposed to be a red card. And that is just the first game in that group. Wonderful. And I hear the referee is Zambian. Will he ever officiate another game in this AFCON especially? I don't really think so. I don't think Indian will agree to even have him in the game. Obviously, by now, all the games have already been set and all the referees have been set. Maybe they'll have to make a changes somewhere because, I mean, let's try and look at it again before I finish. 5 reasons. Maybe he was really high. Maybe he had something to drink before the game. He didn't know how to look at the time. Number 2, maybe his technology messed him up. Maybe it really did show him 90 minutes instead of 80. You never know. Number 3, maybe he had somewhere to go. Maybe he really did have somewhere to go. It could be on a date. He had a date to go on. Or maybe he really had a stomach upset and he really needed to visit the washroom. You never know. These things could happen. And he couldn't tell anyone as well. You know, he can't just tell anyone, I need to go to the toilet. You know, I need to go to the loo. You know, I need to take a crap or something. He can't tell anyone. He really can't tell anyone. You have to keep it to himself, blow the whistle and just run off. So those could be the 3 reasons. Or number 4, maybe he was bribed. Maybe Mali actually did give him a bit of, money and, he doesn't like Tunisia. Maybe all these things. Number 5, what could be the reason? Number 5, maybe he's just a crap referee and he should be sacked. Those are the 5 potential reasons I could look for, but that was absolutely crazy. Make sure to hit the like button if you think the referee was absolutely shocking. Make sure to subscribe to the page. This is just the start of the African Cup of Nations and I feel exhausted already. I've seen a 0-0. I've seen 1-0. I've seen a missed penalty in the last minute. I've seen the referee blowing the whistle in the 89th minute. The game was all over the place, but what a game. The game itself was really good. Mali had a few shots. I thought the game would have ended like 2-1 or something. The game was really nice, so I can't really blame the game. So we still don't know what will happen. They could still come back to the pitch and play the 5 minutes. You never know. But 44% of you are saying the referee is to blame. 22% are saying CAF for appointing him, 33% saying Jürgen Klopp is to blame. So Jürgen Klopp, just imagine someone going to tell Jürgen Klopp about this. The referee blew the whistle in the 89th minute. He will just be laughing his back off. He'll be laughing and be like, you know what, I told you it's a small competition, I told you. But surely that should not be happening in an international tournament. That does not show a good picture. That does not put out a good picture for the organizers at all. And the referee, whoever he is, I don't think he'll ever officiate. I don't think he'll be taken to a World Cup or any other competition. Sorry, man. So that was the drama that happened. Tunisia 0, Mali 1. If this is the sort of drama we are in for, this will be very, very interesting. So let me just end the poll. Let me just end the poll now. Pretty interesting, man. What did you guys think of it? You'll let me know in the comment section afterwards. There's still 2 more African Cup of games today. We need to take a look at that. And this one is already over, or is it? Will they come back and play it? No one knows. Who knows? None of us knows whether this game is going to be played, but Most of you are saying the referee is to blame. So yeah, what a shambles. Thank you for watching. Keep staying safe, and I'll be back again with more watch alongs.